If you are 75 or older, listen to me right now. A new study from the National Institute on Aging found that people who eat just 2 of these foods daily have a 42% higher risk of memory decline within 3 years. That's not a guess, that's data. And here's the part that scares me most. Most of you eat at least one of these foods every single day without knowing it. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which 5 foods to remove from your kitchen. You will know what to replace them with, and you will know why your doctor might not think to tell you this until it's too late. If you've ever forgotten a name, misplaced your keys, or walked into a room and forgot why, comment yes below right now. I want to know how many of you are fighting this fight, because today we are going to win. Let me tell you why I'm qualified to say this. I've been a geriatric physician for 22 years. I've watched over 200 patients aged 65 and up, and the single biggest question I get is not about heart disease. Not about arthritis, it's about memory. Doctor, why can't I remember her name? Why do I feel foggy by 3 p.m.? Am I getting Alzheimer's? Most doctors will run a blood test, check your thyroid, send you to a neurologist, but they rarely ask one question: what are you eating? Because here's the hard truth. Food doesn't just fuel your body, it fuels your brain, and certain foods are quietly poisoning the connections between your neurons. Stay with me until the end, because point number 4 is the one that surprises even my long-term patients. You will not expect it. Number 1, refined sugars, the memory thief. Let's start with the obvious one. Sugar, but not just any sugar. Refined added sugars in sodas, candies, pastries, and even those healthy granola bars. Here's the science. When you eat high sugar, your blood glucose spikes. Your pancreas floods insulin, and that insulin spike inflames the hippocampus, the memory center of your brain. One study from UCLA showed that high-sugar diets literally shrink the hippocampus in just 6 weeks. Think about that, 6 weeks. Now think about your morning coffee. Do you add 2 teaspoons, or maybe that light yogurt has 15 grams of sugar? That's not light, that's a brain weight. The solution? Switch to whole fruits. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries. They have fiber that slows sugar absorption. And if you crave sweetness, use cinnamon or nutmeg. They balance blood sugar and taste like dessert. Drop a 1 in the comments if you've cut out soda this year. Let's see how many of you are already fighting. Number 2, trans fats, the clogger. Now you might think, I don't eat fried food anymore, but trans fats hide in places you never check. Margarine, store-bought cookies, crackers, non-dairy creamers, and commercial baked goods from the grocery store aisle. Why are they dangerous? Trans fats stiffen your cell membranes. Specifically, they harden the myelin sheath, the protective coating around your nerve cells. When that coating hardens, nerve signals slow down. That's why you feel foggy or sluggish after a big snack. A 2021 study from the Journal of Nutrition found that people over 65 who ate just 1 gram of trans fats daily scored 15% worse on memory tests. 1 gram, that's a single cookie. The solution? Check the ingredient label. If you see partially hydrogenated oil, put it back. Instead, choose olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil. And read labels like a detective, because your memory is worth that extra 30 seconds. Comment 2 below if you've already switched to avocado oil. I want to see who's ahead of the curve. Number 3, excess sodium, the brain drainer. But not the salt you shake on your eggs, the hidden salt. Processed meats, canned soups, frozen dinners, salad dressings. Even some breads have more sodium than a bag of pretzels. Why does salt hurt your brain? Because high sodium raises blood pressure. And high blood pressure damages the tiny blood vessels feeding your frontal lobe. That's the part that controls decision-making, attention, and short-term recall. A study out of Johns Hopkins tracked 5,000 seniors. Those who ate over 2,300 milligrams of sodium daily had a 23% faster decline in cognitive function over 5 years. Now think about your last dinner. Did you have a bowl of canned soup? That's 800 to 900 milligrams right there, a single serving. The solution? Cook with herbs, garlic powder, onion powder, lemon juice, fresh rosemary. These add flavor without the brain damage. And when you buy canned goods, Look for low sodium or no salt added. That simple swap can cut your daily intake by half. Drop a 3 if you've replaced your salt shaker with herbs. I'd love to see how many of you are already doing this. We're halfway through and you've already learned 3 foods that quietly destroy memory. But here's the truth. The next 2 foods are far more dangerous than sugar, fat, and salt combined. And point number 4, the one I promised earlier, is something your doctor may never tell you. Because it's not a food in the way you think, it's a habit disguised as food. And it's sitting in your refrigerator right now. Coming up next, you will want to pause the video and check your fridge immediately. Number 4. Artificial sweeteners. The brain confuser, here it is. The surprise point. Diet soda. Sugar-free gum. 0-calorie desserts. You think you're being healthy. But artificial sweeteners, aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, actually confuse your brain. Your brain expects sugar calories. It gets sweetness, but no calories. So your brain sends a hunger signal, and that signal triggers inflammation in the hypothalamus. Worse, a 2022 study from the University of Texas found that seniors who drank just 1 diet soda daily had a 3 times higher risk of stroke or dementia compared to non-drinkers. That's not a typo. 3 times higher. And the worst part? These sweeteners are marketed as diabetic-friendly. They're not. They're brain-hostile. The solution: drink water. Sparkling water with lemon, herbal tea, or plain black coffee without sweetener. If you must have sweetness, use a tiny amount of raw honey or pure maple syrup, but treat it like a luxury, not a daily habit. Comment 4 if you've already quit diet soda. I'm betting a lot of you still drink it. If you do, now is the time to stop. Number 5. Processed vegetable oils. The oxidation bomb, final point, and this one is everywhere. Soybean oil, canola oil, corn oil, sunflower oil. These are not bad in small amounts, but here's the problem. They are in nearly every processed food. Crackers, chips, dressing, mayonnaise, even canned tuna. Why are they dangerous? These oils are highly unstable. When heated, they oxidize, creating aldehydes that cross your blood-brain barrier and damage neurons. One study from the University of Florida showed that mice fed soybean oil had 60% more brain inflammation than mice fed olive oil, and those mice had memory loss within 3 months. Now, you're not a mouse, but the science holds up. The solution: cook with olive oil, extra virgin or avocado oil for heat. Use butter or ghee for flavor, and avoid anything that says vegetable oil on the label. Check your pantry right now. If the first ingredient is vegetable oil, throw it out. Comment 5 if you've checked your oil label in the last week. Let me know how many of you are already 1 step ahead. Let me wrap this up. You learned 5 foods today. Refined sugars shrink your hippocampus. Trans fats slow your nerve signals. Excess sodium damages your frontal lobe blood vessels. Artificial sweeteners inflame your hypothalamus. And processed vegetable oils oxidize and harm your neurons. But here's the truth. You do not have to cut everything out forever. Start with 1. Just 1. Replace that 3 p.m. cookie with a handful of blueberries. Swap that diet soda for sparkling water. Your brain is not broken. It's just starving for the right fuel, and you have the power to feed it. I've seen 80-year-olds in my practice improve their memory scores in just 90 days by making only these changes. You are not too old. You are not too late. Now I need your help. If this video helped you, if you feel even a little lighter, comment "I'm starting today" below. Share this with one person over 65 who needs to hear this. Your friend, your parent, your spouse. Because this information saves lives. And if you want to know the 3 best brain foods to add instead, I made a video for that. Click the link on your screen right now. Don't wait. Your brain is waiting for you.